You can help support and promote the show by purchasing our merchandise at cafepress.com/PackardPokesat, where you can choose from a variety of different items like hoodies, hats, and bears. Oh my! Put a Packard Pokesat mug in your hands today.
Do you like Packard Pokesat and want to hear it on demand and on the go? Download the free app today at Stitcher.com. Available on iOS, Android, Nook, and iPad.
This is Packard Pokesat, and I'm poking at your news. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another fine edition of Packard Pokesat. I am your immutable and unmutable host, Packard Sonic. And joining me tonight from the far west coast is Connie, Practical Magic 9.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Can you believe it's already like over halfway through May? We're almost up to June.
I know, right? The year is like almost half over now. You know, they should start the new year at the start of summer. That would make a lot more sense. Or at least in the springtime.
We talk about the weather, yeah.
Yeah, at least in the springtime.
This is true. It's been gorgeous out there.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we've had a bit of rain off and on, but it's my daughter and I, who just got back from her college for the summer break, we were out walking today, and the trees are just blooming like crazy. I haven't seen them bloom like this in a long time. So.
Awesome.
It's very pretty out here right now. I haven't seen it this pretty in a long time. But you didn't come hear us talk about our
the weather,
and other non-essential things. You can't hear us talk about the news and stories and all that fun, happy horse shit. So
all the fucktards.
And all the fucktards. Oh, we have got a slew. We've got a good slew of fucktards tonight, but
and one good guy,
and one good guy. So that we don't get to talk about very often.
Could it be?
This political season has been extremely interesting. I haven't seen a political climate like this in a very long time. Actually, the last time anything that happened like this happened before I was old enough to vote. We had this political season, we had like 27 billion, I don't know what it was. They were just running for the Republican side alone. And then it was just one person who was running for the Democratic nomination. And then it was 2, and then it was 3, and now it's back down to 2 again. And then the field narrowed finally on the Republican side down to Donald Trump. That was completely unexpected.
Is this one of those lucid dreams?
I think I've stepped through the looking glass. I keep going to tap. I go to my mirror, I tap on it, make sure I didn't step in a hole or something.
See that signpost up ahead? You're entering the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. This has been a very interesting election year. However, out in California, they will have another very interesting election that's going out there. Steve Hill is running for office for the California's 21st district out there, and that's very interesting in itself. But what does that have to do with this? This atheist-related show? A lot, actually, because he is a Satanist and an atheist. Now, he does not believe in the devil, but he is an atheist. He says, I'm a Satanist as far as trying to get people to understand that I don't believe in the devil any more than I believe in God. He said this in an interview. All of it's stupid. But if I have to tell people I'm the devil to get them to listen, then okay, I'm the devil. This is
Yes.
Now, what's interesting here is he also works as a stand-up comedian in Los Angeles, is currently helping an organization of the LA chapter of the Satanic Temple, a nationwide satanic activities organization. Hill has said he identifies with the temple's mission, which he describes as a humanist approach that raises levels of consciousness. I don't go and worship Satan and pour milk on me. Well, I don't even know idea what that even means.
I wasn't aware that was a thing.
Neither did I. But he goes on to say, but Satanism would influence me greatly because I could deal from a different perspective as a regular human being. I don't get the poor milk on it. I mean,
I think that's his comedian coming out.
that's got to be, yeah.
Yeah.
In the last few years, the Satanic Temple has tried to push Satanism away from its perception of the devil worship into politics. And the Satanist groups out there have been doing a bang-up job
Yes.
of dealing with the political right and the Republicans out there who are just like, we want to put up the 10 Commandments on the front lawn of the courthouse or whatever, and we want to have every judge in there have the 10 Commandments stamped right on his forehead or something. Whatever they want to come up with. I'm not suggesting that they do that. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
this is just some kind of, they're doing a lot of crazy ass bullshit. Anyway, in the last few years, the Satanic Temple has tried to push that away. The group says its mission is to encourage benevolence and empathy. Oh no, fuck benevolence and empathy.
Think of the children.
Think of the children. Benevolence and empathy for your fellow man. No. Anyway, while society is satanic imagery to further its goals, Hill says he reconciles his atheism with Satanism by not believing in any sort of deity or otherwise presence. Instead of adheres to the Satanic Temple's goals like keeping church and state separate. Kind of your thoughts.
Yeah, he's having to explain this to everybody else, but we've reported enough about the Satanic Temple to know that they're atheists. They don't actually believe in they worship a devil. Unfortunately, even though he is a Democrat, he only has roughly $100 in his campaign account. And he's been essentially abandoned by the Democratic Party. He's really too controversial for them. He might have to run as an independent. I want to put out there that he has a Facebook. It's called Steve Hill for State Senate. And he has and that links also to his webpage. And he does have a donation page. So if we're reaching anybody who would like to support him, and his webpage also talks about his platform, which is really stellar. Education. He thinks he wants to make a good education achievable. And he says there's too much bloat at the top end of the Department of Education.
Yeah.
And incarceration. He says that sending anyone to jail or even bogging down the judicial system with unnecessary and harmful social policies has been running amok for too long, and he wants to end the war on citizens and end the failed war on drugs.
Right.
Start treating people for their mental health, drug addictions, or social ills instead of using the jails.
Yeah.
And then jobs. He wants to see a healthy job economy. His platform is really, really good and real likable guy. And I guess too, 21st District, Palmdale is actually a very conservative place in California, so he's got a lot of uphill battle to go here, but I really hope he'll make it, and I'm really encouraged to see him come out and about all these things. Well, he's an ex-Marine too.
Yep. Now there was one other thing here is that he's not the only atheist that would be running. Pete Stark was in the California's 13th district. And he was in there for a very long time. But he was the only open atheist that was in the Congress anyway. I found out, though, I did a little research. He was not the only atheist that was one of our political people in Congress. There was quite a number of other ones. Rocky Anderson, from 1951 to 2012, Justice Presidential candidate, former mayor of Salt Lake City in Utah. Can you imagine
Wow.
that? Yeah, can you imagine that? An atheist running the being mayor of
Before
Long
the
City.
internet, right?
Yeah. Charles T. Beard. Now get this one. He was from 1922 to 2006. He was a Republican member party. That was that kind of. I saw that and I was like, wow, a Republican atheist. That's, those. It's not impossible to be a Republican atheist, but why would you want to be?
The Republican Party, in all fairness, has undergone quite a social shift.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Evangelical and more forward movements of Christianity have really kind of taken it over.
Yeah.
So
Another one here, Cecil Bothwell, Asheville, North Carolina city council member who was nearly denied his position because of his atheism.
North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina. Imagine
Jeez.
that.
Yeah.
So there's a number of them here, but as I said here, that Pete Stark was represented from 1973 to 2013. I'm sorry, a couple of years ago back. He was in Congress for a very long time.
40 years.
Yep.
Wow.
So yeah, that's it. I was shocked when I read that. I was like, wow. Do you have any additional thoughts on that, Connie?
Actually, just talking about 40 years, I sometimes think that we need term limits on Congress.
Yeah, I kind of agree. We do need term limits. We should have term limits on them as well, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it varies from state to state. Some states have term limits just for the governorship. It's one time and you're out. There's no do-overs, And
I think that a really good state governor probably should get at least 2. I don't know. Sometimes if you're trying to get something done, it takes more than a 4-year term.
Yeah. Well, it depends if it is 4 years or not. I guess it all
True.
depends on how long their term is. I mean,
Here
the term
it's 4, but it's I guess some places it might be 6. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it varies from state to state as well. I mean,
Yep.
none of that shit is nailed down. It's all so fucking fluid. It's not. It's so weird.
Teach me how to be sensible, logical, oh, responsible, practical.
And tonight we have our logic game. Connie, are you ready to test your logic?
Yes.
All right. Okay, our question tonight is, after legalizing gay marriage, school libraries were required to stock same-sex literature. Primary schools were given homosexual fairy stories and even given manuals or explicit homosexual advocacy. Is this A, misleading vividness, B, unfalsifiability, C, appeal to spite, or D, appeal to pity?
I never even heard of A. It wouldn't be B because you could prove that one way or another. It sounds like C. It sounds like it would be an appeal to spite.
Okay.
I'm going to say C.
Okay, you're saying C.
Yes.
What does our audience in the chat room say, who are probably quickly Googling this right now?
Dawkins' dog wouldn't do that.
He'd been very, very quiet. Dawkins is saying A. He's in conflict with you, Connie.
Okay.
All righty. Well, let's
I might be
see.
wrong then.
Let's see what the answer is. The answer is A. Describing the occurrence in vivid detail, even if it is a rare occurrence, to convince someone that it is a problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Dawkins says, I didn't Google it. I guessed.
Well, you're a good guesser.
You're a damn good guesser,
Dawkins.
Dawkins dog. You're a damn good guesser.
You use logic to deduce from the fallacies.
The logic
named,
of guessing.
Right? Yeah. An educated guess.
Educated guess.
Yeah, Dawkins damage.
Yeah, he said no logic, just luck.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I've never heard of that one before.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's basically you set up a straw. It's almost like setting up a straw man.
Yeah.
Contact us by email at ppappodcast@gmail.com or on Twitter as @PackardPokesat. Like us on Facebook.com/PackardPokesat. Call our Google Voice and leave a message at 662-709-PPAP or 662-709-7727, and we will respond to it on the show. Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time. Join us live at vonlive.tv/PackardPokesat. During the show, you can share your thoughts with us by calling 857-216-3200 using PIN number 35368 or on uberconference.com/PackardPokesat. For links to the stories, visit our show page at packardpokesat.wordpress.com. You can help support the show by purchasing merchandise from cafepress.com/PackardPokesat or make a donation to the show at patreon.com/PackardPokesat. If you can't afford any money, why not share the show with your friends and rate us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Spreaker, and on YouTube. For everyone that shares and rates us, you kick ass.
The Atheists,
The Bible.
and No Wardrobe, the podcast.
Wait a minute. No wardrobe? You mean we're going to be naked while we do this?
Well, seeing how I'm an atheist and I'm reading the Bible, and since clothes are flammable,
Fired!
I thought it might be a good idea to take them all off first.
Naked or not, follow along as we read, analyze, and try to keep you from falling asleep as we go through this boring-ass book.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spreaker. Who knows? We may even be on YouTube someday. And be sure to check out our secondary podcast, The Atheist, the Bible, No Wardrobe. We're having a lot of fun with it.
Yes, we are. Because we're not reading it all by ourselves.
No, it's reading the goddamn Bible by yourself has got to be the fucking most boringest thing. And it's got to be the worst thing to do, is because you could fill your head with all kinds of things and without talking to somebody else through it, you know, and through a skeptical eye.
Friends don't let friends read the Bible alone. There we go. Make a meme for that.
Somebody get on that. Make a meme.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book.
And tonight we have the Crypt Keeper on with us tonight.
Oh, yay! That sounds fun.
It does sound fun until you find out it's Pat fucking Robertson.
Oh, shit. Wow.
So he's been going off on stupid shit again. Of course, every time this guy opens his mouth, stupidity just falls right out.
Can he just go off on a long walk on a short pier and do us all a favor?
Yeah, I'd like him to take a long walk off a short planet, actually. To be honest.
Yep.
We're going to show you that clip right now.
You know, the truth is, from what we understand in history, there hasn't been one nation in the history of the world that has openly embraced homosexual lifestyle and begun to practice the homosexual lifestyle that has endured. Every one of them has gone down, every single one of them. Once rampant homosexuality takes place, then people don't take care of their children. They aren't concerned about the next generation. They're concerned about physical pleasure and the activities surrounding this lifestyle. And they aren't planning for the future, and the country goes to pot. Right now, it's you know, kind of in the balance. It's kind of interesting. But the fact that the European Union and the U.S. are trying to impose this lifestyle on a little country like Georgia that wants to stay orthodox is incredible. But, you know, you look at the book of Revelation, and it says, mystery, mother of harlots. You have made the world drunk with the wine of your fornication. And, you know, you say, well, who is that mystery woman? Well, more and more, this great nation of ours, the U.S. of A., is becoming to take on that role. I don't know if we intend to, but that's what's happening. We're making the nations drunk with the wine of our fornication. And God brings judgment on a country that does that.
Oh, God, what a fucking piece of shit. They just can't let it go. They just can't. Gays exist. Oh, therefore we have to persecute them at every turn.
Yeah.
I hate people like him. I really hate people like him. I have the transcript of what he fucking says. He goes, the truth is, well, of course he doesn't know what the fucking truth is if he came up and shook his hand or bit him in the ass. He says
He doesn't know what facts are, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't understand what facts are. He says there hasn't been a nation in history that's openly embraced homosexual lifestyles, begin to practice that one has endured. And every one of them's gone down. Okay, fucking Pat, you don't realize this, but every civilization that has ever been around has gone away at some point. No, none of them last forever. Just because we've been around for 200 years, that's a drop in the bucket. The Roman Empire, which is one of the ones that practiced homosexuality until, or they didn't practice, it was a thing, it wasn't a big deal until Emperor Constantine got in there, and then shortly thereafter, once Christianity took over, that's when the empire fell. Okay, so the reason this particular empire fell because of Christianity should be a good reason to maybe get rid of Christianity, not rid of homosexuality, because homosexuality doesn't hurt anybody. It really doesn't. If you're gay, there's nothing wrong with that. You love who you love. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's not going to take away from somebody else's marriage. I mean, unless the other person is struggling and they just got married because that's what they're expected.
If homosexuality affects your marriage, then one of you is gay.
Exactly. The Roman Empire lasted for over 507 years. I mean, we're not even quite to the halfway mark on this. I'd like to see what this country is in 500 years if it lasts that long. And just because a country doesn't last, it has nothing to do with the homosexuality. I mean, it's correlation doesn't equal causation and fallacy in this.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It's so stupid. Yeah. And
one thing doesn't automatically lead to the other.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean, yeah.
Exactly. Another big one was Japan. That was that one lasted a long time as well. So that one ended because of WW2, really. So.
Oh yeah, they were trying to adopt Americanized views on on sexuality, and it was actually an interesting read in this article that I shared with you. We were reading it, and it all began with Greece, and Greece wasn't so much conquered as it was absorbed, and it wasn't because of homosexuality at all. What really blows me away about Pat Robertson is he's been saying this since the 70s. When I first started listening to the show, I think I was still in high school. I'd be homesick for a day and I'd watch the show. And he has phrased and crafted his phrases like everybody else does, who rails against homosexuality, that begun practicing the homosexual lifestyle, not acknowledging that this is actually a valid way for somebody to be. It's like, no, you're throwing on a coat. This is an affectation. It's not reality. And how offensive is this man? He
doesn't care about being offensive. He doesn't care about being offensive. One of the things is he's reading from the book of Revelations, a book that was written by somebody who was probably doped up on something.
He was alone on an island, and he was kind of cuckoo.
Yeah. And they think this is a good thing, which is really weird. And he thinks that God's going to come down and destroy the United States because homosexuals exist in the United States. Hey, fucker, homosexuals have existed in this country probably since the founding. Guess what? We still haven't gone away. Where's your God? Where is your God? Oh, he's coming. I seriously doubt that. Your God does not exist, asshole. Your God just does not fucking exist.
It's interesting that he always relates homosexuality to sex.
Yeah.
And debauchery too. It's all about lust and sex. They can't have a normal feeling. He says that they couldn't be good parents, and I'm going, when the hell have they, other than being closeted, when were they able to be parents?
Right.
Up until just recently. So I don't know where he's pulling that stat out of his ass.
Oh, they've been pulling that stat out for a while. There was a fight back in Minnesota, the next state over. Al Franken was in Congress at that point there. I think he still is. And they had some anti-homosexual bigots that came in to try to make sure that homosexuals could not adopt, or something along those lines. And they say, well, there's data that says homosexuals do a really bad job. And he's like, where did you get this data from? And they couldn't come up with their answer. And the answers that they did have were just to their own bigotry website, which they pretty much wrote up themselves. And all the correlated data that they have that they did find show that homosexual parents are just as good, if not better, than heterosexual parents. The fact is that one parent is a male and one is a female. It doesn't matter as long as there are two parents there. Sometimes, if you're into this particular lifestyle, if you have three parents there, all the better. I mean, there's an old saying: it takes a village to raise a child. If your village is of two parents of the same gender, or maybe three, I don't know. It depends.
Or like our biblical examples of Jacob, who had two wives, and his wives' slaves, the handmaidens, were also his wives. So he had four.
Yeah. Dawkins Dog in the chat room says, Pat Robertson, when his mother gave birth, she didn't push, she pinched off. Take a shit. Anyway.
and he was a breech birth, so that was his head.
Yeah.
Yes. he seems to know an awful lot about debauchery, doesn't he?
He does. He studied it very closely.
Sure he has.
Yes. So Pat Robertson needs to, go fuck off.
Why does everyone keep thinking I'm a troll?
And tonight we're doing our True or Troll segment. Connie, will you give me the first headline where she's going to try to see if I know my news nose is working, and if I can ferret out the real headline from the fake headline. Let's see if you can follow at home. Keep your fingers off the Google machine, and see if you can do it in real time with us at the same time. All right, Connie, let's hear the first headline.
Yes. Canadian couple holds wedding in front of 1,100 cats.
That sounds like a troll story.
No, it's true.
Oh, really? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm starting off really good tonight. Where's that from, by the way?
That is from UPI, Odd News.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
That's not the only place I saw it either.
Oops, wrong. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, I got that. I got that wrong. Okay. All right. In front of all those cats. That's I don't think there are legal witnesses in that case.
Well, they might, but they won't say.
Yeah.
Cats won't tell you. Okay. Yeah. Trust me, I know. All right. I have enough to eat my body if I die accidentally and just am left alone. So.
Oh, geez.
All right. Michigan man charged after stripper was paid with fake $100 bill.
Okay, now that sounds true.
Yes, it's true.
Yay, I got one right. All right, I'm batting 50% now.
Woohoo! Donald Trump confuses HPV with HIV.
That sounds like a troll.
Yes, you're correct.
Yay! Where's that from, by the way?
That is from the spoof. Oh, by the way, the previous one about the Michigan man was ABC News Weird Wire.
Okay.
But that one, the Donald Trump one, was the spoof.
Okay.
Right. So, you're doing good.
All right. I got three out of 4 so far.
Human flypaper, Google's solution to collisions between cars and pedestrians.
That one's true. I actually came across that one accidentally. That one's true.
Okay. Wasn't that weird?
I just looked at it as like, yeah, that's. I don't think that'd be a good idea to keep the people attached to the car. As soon as it hits you, you like carry them around. What if you drive away and you're just driving down the street? And
how do you get loose?
How do you get off of that? I mean,
it sounds like a Chevy Chase movie or something.
It does. It must be hell for the. It would be hell for the mechanic. I mean, you go to. I can't get off the car. I can't work on it. I can't lift the hood.
That would correct me up. That was the CSI Monitor technology section. I've also seen it a couple other places. So
that would be so fucking bizarre. That would be so fucking bizarre.
Oh, right. Valedictorian denied walk across stage due to beard.
I would say that's true.
Yes, you're correct.
Yay!
Yay!
Where's that from?
Channel 9 News, local news story.
Cool.
All right. Ex-presidential candidate thinks Tim Tebow should have a statue in the U.S. Capitol.
Okay, that sounds like a troll.
No, that's true.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
that's
Mark Rubio.
Mark
Rubio.
Okay.
On NewJersey.com Sports Index News.
Oh, let me get the buzzer here. I'm wrong on that one. Yeah, really? They want to put Tebow in there?
I know.
Jesus Christ. For religious reasons, right? I'd willing to bet.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Religious, political, who can tell the difference? They're in bed.
Yeah.
Cards Against Humanity sells out of Donald Trump bug out bags.
That sounds like that would be true.
Yes, it's true. And I'm sad that they're sold out.
Where's that from? That's
there you
right.
go. That was time.com.
Time.com. Cool.
Yep. There is now a vodka literally made from San Francisco fog.
That sounds like a troll.
It's true.
Oh my God. Weird.
That's from time.com. What they do is they have these nets. Oh, go ahead and get the buzzer.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I got the buzzer. Sorry. Go
All
ahead.
right. They get these nets that actually collect water, vapor, water, mist, and stuff. And so they're collecting the fog.
And they're making alcohol out of it.
And they're making alcohol out of it. So,
fog alcohol.
And all of the pollution in California.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I live in Wisconsin. There's a bar on every fucking street corner. And I literally have a bar less than 5-minute walk from my house. I mean,
New autism dispute. Is circumcision a factor?
Okay, now that one definitely sounds like a troll.
No, that's true.
Oh, really? Jesus Christ. They're thinking circumcision is oh, Jesus Christ. These people are people are so fucking bizarre. They're so nuts. Anything that comes out that might or that does come out of their mouth is a reality or not. It's just so bizarre.
Right. It's a time.com. Yeah. So like, oh God.
Holy crap.
The crazies, right?
Yeah.
A stroller company made a grown-up version for adults to take a test ride.
Okay, that sounds true.
Yes, it is true.
Yay! Who's that from?
That is from HuffPo. So I'm like, oh my God.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a stroller, so I'll have. Oh, that'd be funny. I get my daughter to push me around in a stroller. That'd be like, well, how old is your baby? He's older than I am.
What's in that bottle, do you?
You don't want to know what's in the bottle.
Pope Francis. Rich people who exploit the poor are bloodsuckers.
Actually, I think I remember hearing him say that, so I think that's true.
It is true. That HuffPo.
That's from the HuffPo. All right.
HuffPo. And last one.
Okay, last one.
Apple pie bearing image of Christ sells for $65,000 on eBay.
I think I actually saw this one. I think that's true.
No, that's a troll.
Oh, that's a troll. Maybe that's where I saw it. Okay. Yeah.
I got that from World News Daily Report.
World News Daily. Yeah, like anything that comes out of their mouths is anywhere near the truth.
Well, you're seven correct and 5 misses. So
I did better than half.
Did better than half.
That's not bad.
Only 2 trolls this week. I was trying to find the most outrageous true stories, so
you did a good job. You did a good job.
It was fun.
How well did you do? Did you do as well as I did, or worse, or better? Did you get them all? Did you make better than 7? Let us know in the comments below here. Alrighty. Well, next week, because of our weird schedule, I'm not exactly sure if we're going to have a show next week or not. I will announce something on Wednesday, so it'll be on my Facebook page, or it'll be on the Facebook page, and it'll be on my Twitter feed at least. If we are going to have a show. If we do have a show next week, it'll be our Okay, Let's Talk segment. What we're talking about, I'm not exactly sure. We have some ideas, but if you have any suggestions for what you want us to talk about, put it on our Facebook page and we'll read it, or send us an email at ppapodcast@gmail.com, or call our voicemail, which is over here at where it says, which you can't see my hand. My hand doesn't go that far in the screen. It's our phone number is 662-709-PPAP or 662-709-7727, and we'll take your suggestions, and then maybe we can play them on the air. So, alrighty, we'll see you next week. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. It's just Usually we're pretty sure if we're going to be back or not. It just this next week is just it's just all kinds of scheduling issues. So we'll see you then. This has been Packard Pokes At, and we just poked at your news.
And that's a wrap.